It's time for another episode of the Daily Blogcast for Internet Marketing, where every day we find all the best industry blog posts and turn them into something you can listen to, because you can't read. Now, here are your hosts, Mark and Brian.
Hey, welcome to episode number 86 of the Daily Blogcast for Internet Marketing.
Woohoo.
Woohoo! Happy Monday. Did you have a good weekend? I know you love when I ask that. Oh man, WordPress, I've been getting massive attacks over the weekend. Well,
really?
That actually all started last week, and I checked my email over the weekend, and I noticed that I got an email from WordFence, which I didn't read. So I was like, oh no, what's going on? And I guess a huge attack started last Thursday, and it was up to 40,000 attacks per minute. That's crazy.
Oh,
and,
from that they're tracking on their servers, right?
Yeah. And it's normally around 2,000 attacks per minute on average.
Really? That's funny.
Yeah. So it was 40,000. That's crazy. And then the last time I checked it over the weekend, it was still hovering around like 5,000, 6,000. So it still looks like it's up there.
Sure.
And it says the nature of the attack is large botnet that is generating a huge number of failed WordPress login attempts. You got to be able to do something. I know when I used to do adult websites, whenever that error page would pop up, I would like send them off to affiliate offers like all over the place.
The bots?
Or people trying to hack it. Yeah, or the bots.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because it would automatically open up a page and get a banner display or something. But you can't sell traffic that way anymore.
I see what you're saying. You were inflating your impressions.
My impressions, yeah.
Oh, you should sell your own botnet traffic. Yeah, hey, this is a way to arbitrage botnets.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's doing all that fraud and stuff on advertising.
Yeah.
This could be your whole business strategy. You can like install like a massive amount of WordPress blogs, get them all indexed, and then when they get hacked, you send all those bots onto your other sites to inflate your impressions so you can get a higher CPM rate for your banners.
That's a great idea.
You heard it here first, folks.
We should make a plugin for that.
Let the crew. Oh, I know, huh?
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, so, and then it says, they gave some additional tips if you're running WordFence, and if you're running a WordPress blog, definitely get it. It's free, not going to cost you anything. It says you should have your count login failures over what time period. So your login failures over a certain time period set to 5 minutes, and amount of time a user is locked out set to 1 hour. And it says that an hour might not seem a lot, but it will effectively defeat a password guessing attack, because by that point they've already moved on to the next machine.
Okay, wait, say that last part again. So the first thing is you set your login attempts to what?
It says only count login failures over what time period, and so for 5 minutes.
Okay.
And then I guess that will automatically reset every 5 minutes. And then the amount of time a user is locked out, set that for an hour.
Oh, I see. Yeah, no, that would cause a big problem.
Yeah. So then you don't have to worry about it. And even if you have clients or something like that, if they mess up the password a bunch of times,
they should be punished anyway.
Yeah, they should be punished for an hour.
They're stupid.
And then it says, we also recommend that you participate in the real-time WordPress security network, because this will immediately lock out any attacks from the botnet that is responsible for the current attack. And I didn't know that. So I was never marking that checkbox to participate in real-time WordPress security network, because I was like, I don't want to be sending my data everywhere. It's just kind of a pain in the butt. But I didn't know that they'll automatically lock out that botnet that's trying to attack all these other servers.
Yeah.
They'll like lock it out in advance on your site.
No, I mean, they have a distributed plugin that a lot of people use now, so they can do that. They're aggregating all that information. I
was like, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
All right. So anyhow, hopefully you didn't get hacked.
I have a news bite that's not really internet marketing related, but I thought it was funny.
Okay.
So the other day I heard that, I think it was the state of Massachusetts now made it illegal to take upskirt photos.
I thought that was illegal everywhere.
I guess it's not.
Crazy.
I guess there was some ruling that said some guy was taking upskirt photos on the subway, and the court ruled that he wasn't violating anybody's
Wow.
He wasn't breaking any laws, I guess.
Wow.
So right after that ruling, they like rushed through this law that said you can't take pictures of, I think, inside people's clothing without their consent.
Wow.
So upskirt photos and down blouse photos.
You know what? I was surprised because we're doing WordPress advertising a lot lately. And an advertisement popped up today and it said something like, check the arrest records of anyone online.
Yeah.
And it is the most explicit down blouse photo of this chick.
Yeah.
In the advertisement.
But she might have consented to it, though.
Yeah, but how could that have got past Facebook?
Oh, well, that's a different question. I don't know. I'm saying that all of your upskirt websites, you need to like rethink those.
Yeah.
You're going to have to start paying for content.
Well, I don't know why I know this information.
Instead of just walking around the subway with GoPros taped to your toes.
I would never do that.
Taped to your shoes.
Yeah.
I've seen you do that. Walking around the subway, you have little GoPros taped to the tops of your shoes.
I'm old school. I have mirrors.
Oh, mirror.
No, I don't know why I know this, but I know it's illegal to videotape people on nude beaches.
Okay.
Even though it's public, you cannot video people in public nude beaches if people are going to look at those images for some type of disturbing gratification.
So you can videotape them on the nude beach if you promise not to show it to people, or you put a little consent under the video.
Yeah.
I promise not to view these only in an artistic manner.
Exactly.
Okay.
You can't get turned on by them or nothing like that.
I see. I don't think you can agree to that, but okay. So this is a post from viperchill.com. This is a follow-up post. It's entitled $100,000 in 1 week, a Viral Nova follow-up.
Wow.
So do you remember Viral Nova?
Yeah, that's the company that will take other people's blog posts and put an awesome title on it, a clickbaity title.
Yeah, and pictures and stuff too.
Yeah.
So they did, I think, I forgot what we said they did. They did like 400 grand a month, right? It was something ridiculous.
Something crazy.
So this is a follow-up post. I guess he said, it's very rare for me to do a follow-up post on any subject, let alone in such a short time frame, but my recent post on Viral Nova caused quite a fuss. Page views wise, it was the most popular I've published this year, but more surprising was how many emails and comments the topic received. Many of them were to let me know about the Facebook click fraud video that's gone viral and the articles of both Business Insider and Bloomberg on Upworthy losing Facebook traffic. I hope to dispel their claims and more in the follow-up post. So this whole post is all about his previous post and all the response he got. He said, since the post is a week old, now you're probably wondering if I've heard about any successes. I've definitely seen a few failures, and yes, I'm happy to announce I've seen a few that have started off very successfully as well, all built in the last week.
Dang,
remember we were talking about this. We didn't do anything. We're too busy reading blog posts, man.
I know.
So he said someone who launched a website of this style a few months ago left a comment on the previous blog post and shared that his website made $100,000 in 1 week, just 1 month after he launched it.
And did he get the idea from ViperChill?
Yeah.
Oh my God, really?
I believe.
We got to do this.
He said, I started my site. He said, awesome post, Glenn. I started my site in November, viralcircus.com, and made just shy of 100K in a week in December. So I guess it wasn't from him, but
it was just a similar idea.
He said, Daniel confirmed that this is Australian dollars. So at the current exchange rate, that's about $90,000 US. I don't really doubt Daniel's claim, partly because his comment actually had an avatar and partly because his site actually looked good. However, some people may be suspicious. Yet, if you look at the Alexa chart for his website, the big spike corresponds with what he wrote in the follow-up comments. He had a crazy week of both income and traffic. Wow. And so he pasted the Alexa chart in here. And you could see there's like this ridiculous spike at the end of 2013.
Yeah.
He said for that brief period of time, his website was almost one of the top 1,000 on the entire internet, according to Alexa.
Dang.
That's insane. He said, I also received some feedback from Danny Chapman, who decided to try some Viral Nova style advertising on Facebook. Here's what he shared as a comment on our Facebook page. And he writes, hey, Glenn, just wanted to say thanks. I always read everything you write about and try to take something from it, but I've taken a massive step to success in the last few days.
Oh no.
I connected the dots between a few things, your Viral Nova coverage, your Facebook ad trial, and a few other pieces. I've got something massive brewing. Thanks for the help. I'm not claiming thousands in earnings already, but the traffic, shares, and page earnings are amazing. Just need to scale it up now. And he goes on to say that also I might have stumbled on a massive opportunity that I've never seen mentioned online before, which is kind of an evolution of what you spoke about. Hit me up if you want to know. And he shows some of his Facebook stats and stuff. And so getting back to what Glenn Rohde said, I also chatted with him via email when he shared a little more about how he's getting such good results. He's basically taken the ideas from my posts on this subject and combined them in different ways. So he's profiting from eBay with Facebook ads and also utilizing the Viral Nova style in multiple campaigns.
That's a good idea. I mean, people haven't taken this to eBay yet to make really clickbaity titles.
Yeah, yeah. And he states, I've done some work similar to that of Viral Nova in my niche, and I've gained over 1,500 shares on Facebook for a tenner.
Wow.
So a tenner is 10 pounds.
Yeah.
If you didn't get that reference, he wrote that in there. 1,500 shares.
Yeah.
For $10.
Dang.
That's pretty good. Yeah. And so then he's got an example in here on this post too. This is like a really long, epic post.
Okay.
Super long, and there's like a giant amount of information in here. He says somebody shared an example with him. So he said one person happily shared their new site on my Facebook page, and since I could see he was making a lot of mistakes, I asked him if I could publicly critique the website, and he obliged. So I'll give the guy's website name as Flippin' Cool.
Yeah.
And he said right from the start I could see some things he's doing wrong. He said he would like to learn from a critique, so let's get into it. And he said, please note I didn't do this without permission. So we'll link to this on our page because it's pretty visual. I mean, there's not a lot. I would have to describe everything. But
okay.
In episode 86, dailyblogcast.net, episode 86, you'll see the link to this post on Viper Chill, and then you'll see all of the stuff he wrote.
Perfect.
But yeah, so the guy made like a website. It's called Flippin' Cool, and it's basically kind of like what what do you call it?
Viral
Nova looks like, right? And he changed it. Like he put a bunch of other stuff in here. Like he has a 3-column layout. He put like a goofy arrow on the right-hand side, and Glenn told him to take it down because it's sort of pointing to a AdSense ad, and that's like a violation of the terms of service.
Huh.
So even though he's not trying to get them to click on the ad, he's trying to, he's thinking that they might get in trouble.
Yeah.
And then there's other stuff. He tells them to move a opt-in form and stuff like that. But the big tip, he said, his fifth tip is, he said, my final tip is perhaps the most important: post better content. Even though I don't really enjoy these kinds of sites, I would much rather scroll through Viral Nova or Hello You than come to your website. The other sites I've covered do a good job with their headlines. They actually leave you curious for an answer, so you click through and read more. Stuff like, you wouldn't believe what happened next.
Yeah.
Right?
Is it flippincool.com?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, this is really bad.
Are you looking at it right now?
Yeah.
Well, wait a second, though. Come on. He asked for help.
Okay, yeah. He needs some help.
And he gave him a lot of tips, so he's going to, I'm sure, change it.
Yeah.
But he also talked about the Business Insider article, and we actually read that. We talked about that, too. I think like the next day or the next couple of days. Business Insider did a big article, and he made some comments about this. He said the essence of the article was that Facebook has made changes to their algorithm, which is making it harder for these Viral Nova style websites to get traffic from the social network.
Yeah.
This is essentially because Facebook has limited how much content from brands will show up in a user's news feed.
I don't have that nude feed on my Facebook.
Exactly. Me neither. Where is it? Business Insider made a very compelling argument with multiple traffic examples to back it up. The only problem is that it's a very poorly researched article written essentially for page views. So basically, he said he asked a bunch of people in the business world what they think of Business Insider, and I think it's sort of the BuzzFeed of tech blogging. So Business Insider itself is in the job of creating clickbaity titles to get people to go there.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah. So he goes on to explain that the dips in traffic being shown in December in that article could very well be the normal dip that happens in the holiday season. People are busy, they're not on the computer as much, that kind of stuff. So he has a bunch of charts in here too, and you could check those out in the original post. It's pretty good if you're interested in all of that. He also has a section called My Thoughts on the Click Fraud video. So there was a video, I don't know if you've seen it. I think it was published a while ago, but it went viral, and it's all about this guy. There's like 1.3 million page or views of the video. He's showing how he was getting fake likes from Facebook or likes from visitors that weren't engaging with the page. So typically this is happening from like other countries like the Philippines or something. And so the theory is that there's all these kind of click farms that are the people that do the likes for money.
Yeah.
And so when they create these accounts, they create an account and then they like and click on random ads and stuff just to make it look like their account is doing something.
Right.
Right. So that's where that comes from.
Oh, that's where that whole thing came from, that?
No, that's what he's talking about. There was a video all about this.
Oh, okay.
And the guy was advertising on Facebook and he was showing like all of these fraud traffic supposedly.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, he addresses all of that in this article. I was just pointing that out because, like I said, this article is giant. We don't have time to go over all of it. But the other thing he said is there's two things he apologizes for that he didn't cover in more depth. So the first one was his research on the legality of the content. He said, I will say that I really don't know too much about copyright law on the web. I had to do some extra research for this post. I do regret that I didn't cover the subject more in the original post. The comments from Viper Chill readers were quite divided. Some were like, this is plain theft and terrible.
Right.
While others said, Google did the same thing to build their business and all big brands do this, so it's okay. Which is a good point. And a lot of people use that all the time now.
Yeah.
Right. Google does it. Why can't I?
Yeah, I was totally wondering what the heck, how they were getting away with it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could call them kind of a search engine-y thing. I mean, I don't know if they're showing other people's content, right?
Yeah, and they link to the source and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're doing that too, so I guess we could get sued as well.
Well, don't take it word for word though. We don't take people's articles word for word.
That's true. I'm reading whole sentences though. But anyway, so he said the main thing that is being copied of these sites, of course, are images from other sources. At many times, many of them share and dissect YouTube videos, but those can be embedded on any site. So publishers can turn off those in YouTube settings if they don't want the video shared. He talks more about how these different, websites are all doing it and stuff. And so he recommends to stay safe on the safe side of things when it comes to using images from other sites, get written permission.
Okay.
And then he said, I sent a semi-cheeky question over to the Viral Nova founder on Twitter, and here was his response. So he asked him, I'm curious what would happen if every single future post for a week was hit with the DMCA. Would you survive?
Yeah.
And the guy wrote back, we work with most of the photographer sites at this point, so that wouldn't and couldn't happen.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I find that very, 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 very hard to believe. And he said, because there's dozens of posts that don't give any credit or attribution to the photo at all, which is typically what you're supposed to do. And he said, he did some research on the copyright and stuff. And he said, I'm certainly not an expert on copyright infringement, but I'm sure that other big companies have done their homework. Companies like Time Magazine and Huffington Post know whether they can use an image from other websites or not. They have lawyers, legal people, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's still a big question. Like but I'm of the school of thought, like just do it until you get big enough and then worry about it.
I'm sure that's what they're doing because I'm also looking through their website and I found a hilarious post, but none of the images have
attribution or anything.
Yeah, nothing at all. But.
So and he puts a list in here of like he shows a screenshot of Time and I can't read what this other one was. Huffington Post. And they all show like they're embedding images from Facebook and wrapping them in their own advertisements. So I mean,
everyone's doing it.
Yeah, everyone's doing it. That's
so
what you
okay.
That's what you tell the judge. Anyway, so he goes and talks all about all that stuff, and then he said something else came to my attention recently were the problems people may be having with Google AdSense, which is the main source of income for many of these sites, including Viral Nova. Spencer Hawes purchased a Pinterest-style website which also curates a lot of content. Unfortunately, because of the content, Google sent him this. So keep in mind, this guy bought a Pinterest kind of clone.
Yeah.
And he gets this email from Google. Hey, Spencer, thanks for your patience. In this specific case, it appears that most of the content on blank is not original. A member of the policy team took a look at the site and was unable to re-enable your account due to the lack of original content.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
So they're doing a manual penalty because they're like kind of scraping other people's sites.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
but he doesn't care about organic. Probably.
No. This is AdSense. So he's got Viral Nova, I believe, has AdSense on it.
Right. Okay.
So AdSense is going, hey, wait a minute. I mean, not on Viral Nova, but on this other site.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, wait a minute. You're showing content, which is pretty wacky, right? So this guy's got a Pinterest thing.
Yeah. So what do you think Viral Nova? I mean, because Viral Nova could be the same deal.
They're making a bunch of money. That's the problem.
So they're like, screw it.
Yeah, that's what I think is going on. I think like there's, it's as usual. There's handshakes behind the scenes people looking the other way for people earning a bunch of money.
Man, they only have like 2 ad blocks on here. This is, oh, no, it's still Google, I'm pretty sure.
So the second thing he was talking about, regretting about the first post, was thoughts of your chance of success. He said, in the original post, I stated that if you want to give yourself the best chance of success in this industry, then make sure you have a budget of at least $500. Judging by some feedback I've received, some people think that number is a little low and suggest at least 1,000. They may very well be right, but I would say that even just 100 is good to see if your campaigns are generating any results in terms of likes, shares, and Facebook traffic.
Yeah.
And he says, as part of what I do on this blog is to motivate people to take action. There's a fine line between motivation and giving false hope. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, see no reason why some people reading Viper Chill will not have great success with this. A few have already had great success with it, but I don't want to position it like it's the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
So then he shares the tweet from Scott DeLong, the guy that's the Viral Nova owner. And he says, thanks, decent write-up, but dumbed down like most of them. Also a few inaccurate assumptions in there. Interesting though.
Yeah.
And then Glenn asks him, what was inaccurate? What was wrong with the post? And he says, in a nutshell, it's dumbed down to say the success is easily replicated, yet 500 plus clones later and no one's reasonably close.
Yeah, I bet. Man, they have 1.2 million likes on their page.
That's crazy.
And yeah, their content, I mean, their page doesn't have, they don't have ads like plastered all over the place.
You're looking at their site right now?
I was while you were reading.
Yeah, great. Thanks for helping out. So he said, Scott's comment is interesting, albeit odd. After all, there are literally hundreds, if not thousands of websites having success with his business angle. He definitely wasn't the first and has a clear incentive to not want people to build more sites in this industry. But he's right in that I probably oversimplified things.
Yeah, of course. I mean, how are you going to, you can't write a 1,000,000-page article about it.
Yeah.
Sure, there's a lot of work going into it, but I just want to make a Viral Nova copy and just copy every time they come out with an article, just clone
them. Yeah.
And just come out with a little bit better of a title.
I don't know if that's going to work.
Yeah, I mean,
but he said, with that in mind, I believe there's an absolute ton of money, millions upon millions of dollars that is going to be made with these types of sites, and a lot of people building these types of sites are not going to make any money.
For sure.
But he leaves you with 2 alternative angles, which are pretty good. The first one is focus on other languages.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was thinking about the Australian guy.
Oh, you always think,
yeah, whatever.
You always say that. When I have like a really good insight, you go like, that's what I was first thinking. I was going to say that.
Of course, but I don't know any other languages, so it doesn't
made
help.
Up, sir. So, and then the other one is to go niche.
Yeah. So. No, that idea always comes to me because you used to do stuff in German.
Shh. Don't tell anybody.
I mean, that's a great idea. You have to go after those other markets.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, there's even more, but I mean, we're done. We're out of time. And I encourage you to go and check out the article. It will be up and listed in episode 86, dailyblogcast.net. You can click through and read the entire giant article if you have an hour.
Yeah.
It literally is like really big with charts and stuff. And
wow, sounds
so it's good though. So check it out.
All right. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.
See ya.
You've been listening to the Daily Blogcast for Internet Marketing.
Visit our site, dailyblogcast.net, where you can find show notes and links to all of the blogs mentioned in this episode.
While you're there, make sure to sign up to our free newsletter so you're notified of new episodes and get a bunch of goodies delivered directly to your inbox.
Don't forget, we need your support, so do us a favor and log into iTunes and leave a rating and a review. It only takes a minute and they'll really help us out. See you tomorrow.
See ya!